Hello, it is 9 p.m. in RTD's time to English New Edition. For tonight headlines, we have the social media challenges and opportunities, the celebration of the National Press Day at the People's Palace under the auspices of the Prime Minister. Qatar steps up diplomatic efforts for humanitarian pause in Gaza. Welcome to our newsroom. Messages of congratulations from the President of the Republic to the new Emir of State of Kuwait. The President of the Republic, His Excellency Ismail Omar Guelleh, wished the success and achievement to the new Emir of State of Kuwait, Sheikh Michel Ahmed Al Jaber Al Sabah, who was invested on the throne of Kuwait yesterday, Saturday, following the death of his brothers and former Emir of Kuwait, the late Sheikh Nawaf Al Ahmed Al Jaber Al Sabah. I express the wish that the brotherly state of Kuwait will, under your leadership, increase the widely accomplished work of its development, wrote President Guelleh in a congratulatory telegram sent this Sunday to the new Emir. The Republic of Djibouti is delighted with the quality of its relations of solidarity, exchange, and cooperation with the state of Kuwait, and will continue to work constantly to strengthen these privileged relations, noted the head of state in the same document. The President of the Republic concluded his message by reiterating his warm congratulations to the new Emir of Kuwait. For the fourth year running, Djibouti today celebrate National Press Day with the theme Social Media Challenges and Opportunities under the aegis of the Prime Minister, His Excellency Abdul Qadir Kamil Mohammed. A colorful ceremony was organized at the People's Palace by the Minister of Communication in charge of Post Telecommunication, Radwan Abdullahi Bahdoun. On his arrival, the Prime Minister was welcomed by the Minister of Communication in charge of Post Telecommunication, Radwan Abdullahi Bahdoun, the General Director of RTD, the directors of the country's print media. The Prime Minister visited the various stands set up for the occasion, recounting the history of the Djiboutian press. In a speech delivered by Prime Minister Abdul Qadir Kamil Mohammed, he congratulated all media professionals and emphasized the major role played by the press in promoting human rights. Radwan Abdullahi Bahdoun, Minister of Communication, recalled the original reforms undertaken, in particular the online media and its opportunity, as well as the different challenges facing the media. National Press Day is an opportunity to recognize and pay tribute to the work of the men and women of the media in the services of the nation, said Minister Radwan Abdullahi Bahdoun. In his speech, the president of the EPF, Kennedy Ibrahim, congratulated the Minister of Communication. First of all, he congratulated him on having organized the fourth National Press Day. He also thanked him for involving the National Communications Commissions. On his part, the president of the National Communication Commission has congratulated the Minister of Communication, and he said that the press days in Djibouti has its singularity, but also shares many similarities with that our African continent. the Minister of Communication in charge of Postal Communication, Radwan Abdullahi Bahdoun, on the occasions of National Press Day held today at the People's Palace, underlined that this day is an opportunity to recognize and pay tribute to the work of the men and women of the media in the services of the nations. He recalled the original reforms undertaken, in particular the online media and its opportunity, as well as the different challenges facing the media. For his part, Prime Minister Abdul Qadir Kamil Mohammed has indicated that this year's theme, social media challenges and opportunities, is an inescapable reality of our time, when these platforms have become the main means of communications and expressions, and the questions of their regulations is becoming even more pressing. The Al Jazeera media network announced yesterday that it would refer the murder of its cameraman Samir Abu Daqqa in Gaza to the International Criminal Court. In a statement issued yesterday, Saturday, the Qatar-based channel said that it had asked its legal team to urgently refer the case of what it called the murder of an Al Jazeera's Arab cameraman Samir Abu Daqqa to the court of The Hague. The Abu Daqqa was killed on Friday by an Israeli drone strike while reporting on an earlier bombings of a school used as shelter for displaced peoples in Khan Yunis in the south of the Gaza Strip. Al Jazeera had previously submitted a formal request to the ICC to investigate and prosecute those responsible for the murder of the veteran TV journalist Shirin Abu Akleh in May 2022, while covering an Israeli military raid on the Jenin refugee camp in the occupied West Bank. It should be noted that the number of the journalists killed since the start of the Israeli aggressions on Gaza Strip has risen to 90, while Israeli forces continue to target various civilian installations. At least 12 people were killed Sunday in Israeli strikes on the town of Deir al-Balah in the central Gaza. The Hamas Ministry of Health announced the witnesses also reported an Israeli bombardment of the southern town of Bari Suheila, a total of 18,800 people, 70% of them women and children and teenagers, according to the Islamist group, have been killed since the start of the Israeli retaliatory offensive on Gaza. In recent days, the U.S. administration has urged the Israeli authorities to switch to a less intensive phase of their operations in Gaza in order to better protect civilians. The head of the British diplomacy, David Cameron, and his German counterpart, Annalena Baerbock, called for a lasting ceasefire as quickly as possible in a joint opened published in the Sunday Times. Israeli bombardment have left much of the territory in ruins, and the UN estimates that 1.9 million Gazans have been displaced by the war. The Committee on Finance, General Economy and Planning meets on Sunday, December 17, to study draft law number 30E and 23/9L relating to the final settlement of the state budget for the fiscal year 2022. The meeting was chaired by the Honorable Sharmaki Musa Arre, chairman of the committee. The government was represented by the Minister of Budget, Ismail Ibrahim Roble, assisted by senior officials from his department. After constructive discussions with the members of the executive, the committee decided to send the draft law on the final settlement of the state budget for the fiscal year 2022 to our public meetings with a favorable opinion. On Sunday, December 17, 2023, the member of the Djibouti-Azerbaijan Friendship Group, chaired by Honorable Ilaya Ismail Gedi Hared, composed of the Honorable Muhammad Abdallah Ali, the Honorable Bassouma Hassan Bassouma, met the delegation from the Republic of Azerbaijan, led by Yalcin Rafine, Deputy Ministers of Foreign Affairs. In his remarks, the Vice Minister stressed that the Republic of Azerbaijan signed a memorandum of understanding with the Republic of Djibouti on February 27, 2017. Consequently, they affirmed the friendships and partnership that the two countries have maintained for some years, based on mutual respect and interests, as well as shared visions with the future of their bilateral relationship. The Vice Minister offered the President of the Djibouti-Azerbaijan Friendship Group an invitation to a forum on dialogue on decolonization's legacy, challenges, and progress to be held December 2022 in Baku, Azerbaijan. The first medical congress came to a close last night at the Sheraton Hotel with the gala dinner. This major event marks a significant milestone in the history of healthcare. The closing ceremony was attended by the Minister of Health, Dr. Ahmed Robla Abdilib, the Prime Minister's Chief of Staff, Ali Silla Abdallah, and over 200 eminent Djiboutian doctors, pharmacists, and dentists, accompanied by 10 international medical experts. Indeed, this Congress, organized by the National of the Profession Medical Council, is more than just a scientific meeting. It will serve as an ideal laboratory for presentation, discussions, and the exchanges of innovative ideas in medicines and surgery. Between the challenges of its medical past and the flourishing opportunities of its future, the country is charting a promising course towards a robust and balanced healthcare system. More than just an academic gathering, this medical surgical congress is positioned as the catalyst for a new era in the national medical research. This first medical surgical congress will undoubtedly go down in history as the memorable chapter catalyzing the rise of African medicines to new heights of innovation, collaboration, and sustainability. In his speech, Dr. Suleiman Noor Aye, President of the Order of the National Medical Congress, thanked all the participants who had responded so positively to this medical congress, helping to propel African medicines to new heights of innovation, collaboration, and sustainability. The Minister of Health, Dr. Ahmed Abdillah, underlined the importance of this event, which will serve as an idea laboratory for presentation, discussions, and exchange of innovative ideas in medicines and surgery. 3 days of intensive debate have highlighted the fundamental pillars of innovation, collaboration, sustainability, essential to shaping the future of healthcare in Africa. Djibouti's strategic geographical locations as the hub of the Horn of Africa adds a special dimension to this Congress. The Ministry of Labor in charge of formalization and social protection in collaboration with the Institute of National Administration IRA of Lille and the embassy organized a launching ceremony for second promotions of training in organizational management presided over by the Minister of Labor in charge of formalization and social protection, Omar Abdi Said. The launch ceremony took place at the National Public Administration Institute, INAP. The ceremony was attended by the director of INAP, the director of Lille Regional Institute, the chargé d'affaires of the French embassy, and several senior officials from the Ministry of Labor. The aim of this training course is to promote the culture and practices of quality management in the Republic of Djibouti. The 6-month master programs in management and management of public organizations will enhance the technical skills of 23 public administration executives. The director of the ERA wishes success and progress to the young people who will benefit from the training. Essential dialogue of the ministry, the delegate ministry in charge of digital economy and innovation, around the tables with the actors of the ecosystem entrepreneurial. The minister delegate in charge of digital economy and innovation today held a meeting with the entrepreneurship and innovation ecosystems in the department meeting room. Among the participants were influential entities such as the Agence National of the Promotions of Investment, the Chamber of Commerce, the National Youth Entrepreneurship, the National Youth of Ali Sabih, the Center for Technology and Innovation for Development, the National Agency for Disabled Persons, the Egyptian and Social Development Agency, the Popular Cash of the Popular Fund for, and the fund of Guarantee Fund of Djibouti, and SOS Village. The roundtable was an opportunity to initiate an open and constructive dialogue on the ongoing collaboration and potential spin-off within the entrepreneurial ecosystem. In the course of these exchanges around various topics of crucial importance, with the aim of acting within the framework of a common coherence assessment, raise a diagnosis and feedback in order to improve information sharing opportunities. The main themes addressed during the roundtable include sharing experience, highlighting the strengths of support, critically analyzing points, and subscribing to concrete recommendations. In short, an initiative designated to strengthen support from the supervisory authorities by improving partnership, the business climate, and support for digitalization. The delegate Minister in charge of the digital economy and innovation, Mariam Hamadou Ali, said has expressed the main objective was to gather constructive feedback, notify the strengths and weaknesses of current support, and solicit recommendations for strengthening the collective impact. The initiatives are rooted in a deep seated belief in the importance of collaboration and the need to continually adjust efforts to better meet the needs of the entrepreneurial community. The Prefecture of Tajura launched a Cornish Pop Day on Friday to clean up and beautify the seafront, which will host the first edition of the Tajura Cultural Festival for December 21 to 22. As drone broke, countless the Tajurian people, including the CDC of the Tajura Association's network, turned out in the force alongside the prefectural services to spruce up the festival site organized by Tekem Tarago Association and sponsored by the Ministry of Youth and Culture. Of particular note was the participation of a large contingent from the Coast Guard, led by Colonel Muhammad Adawa, and came especially from the capital to lend a hand with this initiative. The regiment of Tajura, for its part, deployed a large number of men and women as well as trailers to remove carcasses and other heavy rolling objects. The prefect of Tajura, Muhammad Abbas, hailed the general enthusiasm generated by this cultural event, whose success is already taking shape in view of the massive and unprecedented mobilizations for the people of Tajura. With just 7 days to go, the Corniche of Tajura is ready to welcome its first cultural festival with 2,000 visitors expected from the capital and inland regions. For the international scene, Morocco, the Tangier opened to promote the game of chess. Chess strategists, novices, and enthusiasts alike gathered in Tangier with for the Open of Tangier chess tournament. The event brought together some 100 top players, all determined to win the top prize in a merciless competition. But unfortunately, in Morocco, we don't have any official tournament. Lament the young player. Behind this celebration lies a complex reality. Tensions, organizational problems, and a lack of support have had a very negative impact on this discipline. Zuhair Salami, an international referee, admits there is a lack of federations run by competent people. The organizers are striving to promote healthy competitions in the chess world to enable young talent to shine on an international scale. The Open of Tangier chess tournament is crucial to promoting this discipline, which is still too neglected by public authorities and sponsors. And this is it for the news. Thanks for watching us. Have a good evening.